Hello and welcome to Talking Whiskey. My name is Grant and today we're talking Monkey Shoulder. So Monkey Shoulder is a blended malt scotch, which means you've got more than one distillery contributing to make a blend of their single malt scotches. So Monkey Shoulder is owned by William Grant & Sons, so they're the same guys that own Glenfiddich and Balvenie. And in fact, when Monkey Shoulder was first released back in 2005, they said that they had Glenfiddich, Balvenie and Kinninvie inside of it. Now, unfortunately, now they keep that a secret and they don't tell you what they put in it. But you could think it will probably be something similar or something along those lines. So, let's get it tasted. Here we go. So whenever I do tastings, I tend to do 3 notes on the nose and 3 notes on the taste. Just as a minimum, it's just something I do. You guys can give it a try, see what you think. If not, no worries. Right, let's go for the nose. Oh. Okay, so it's immediately, it's like a creme brulee. You got this lovely kind of creamy caramel note in there. Like a creme brulee, like you've got a creme brulee and it's had the little toasting on the top of it, which has slightly caramelized it on the top. You got that real kind of nice caramelized sweetness going on. There's a bit of a toffee note there as well, but it's kind of like, oh, you know those ice cream tubs that you get, and inside the ice cream tubs you get those little soft bits of toffee on the top of them. It's like that. It's that kind of toffee. In fact, it's kind of like toffee ice cream. Yeah, like creme brulee, toffee ice cream. There's a little bit of that malty note in there that's coming from the malt, obviously. It's only there a little bit, it's just a tiny bit there. It's kind of, it kind of almost comes through like a tiny bit, like a little bit peppery almost. So you got that big thick layer of the creme brulee, of like the toffee, that toffee ice cream. And there's like a real light pepper note going on in the background. Right, let's give it a taste. I really like Monkey Shoulder. Monkey Shoulder is, it's a blended whiskey, and it's one of those blended whiskies that I would give to someone quite comfortably as an intro into whiskey, and also as a proof that blends can be really good, because blends kind of, you know, unfortunately they get a bit of a bad name because you've got, I won't name names, but you get other blends that you tend to get on the shelves in supermarkets, and they're not the best if you're drinking them straight. But I really like Monkey Shoulder. So with the taste, you're getting a lot of that beautiful toffee in there, that little nugget of soft toffee on the ice cream. Kind of that creme brulee sweetness kind of dies down a tiny bit. You get a lot more of the maltiness coming through, which comes across a little bit harsher, a little bit more like the black pepper itself. I'm sorry, I really like Monkey Shoulder. It's one that I always have in the house, and it's a daily drinker. Not that I drink daily, but it would be a daily drinker if I drank daily. Oh yeah. It doesn't linger for very long, so you're not getting like this kind of long complex finish or anything. It kind of goes quite quickly. Yeah, so that creme brulee is there, that toffee, that malty note with a little bit of that pepper in the taste. Really nice. So we're going to give it a little try with water. And I'm only going to use a little bit. I'm only going to do a little drop and see what happens to it. So, about that much. That'll do nicely. Monkey Shoulder also has kind of a... It's also kind of become a little bit of a trendy whiskey. Kind of a lot of cocktail bars are using it. They're kind of doing good infusions with it. So they're basically taking the whiskey, they're putting stuff inside of it to infuse with the whiskey. And there's one place up in Edinburgh, it's called Angel's Share. It's a fantastic bar, I recommend going there. And they do a Monkey Shoulder and Iron Brew cocktail, and the Monkey Shoulder is infused with thyme and lemon, and they call it a time for a brew. you're not gonna, it's a little bit bizarre. I really like it, but it's a bit bizarre. Give it a try, just see what you think of it. Just go try it and let me know in the comments. Right, so now that's had a little bit of time to settle in the water, let's give it a smell again. Oh, okay. So the drop of water is kind of, yeah, it stripped out a lot of that toffee sweetness. In fact, it stripped out the vast majority of the sweetness. So now it's become like real kind of malty, like a malty bread kind of thing. That kind of slightly savory kind of grain note to it. The black pepper's there a little bit. It almost, it almost reminds me of, you know when you go to, or you go out and you get, you go to a Chinese and they give you that sweet and sour dip, but sometimes you can get it and it's a little bit sharper. Is that kind of sharpness is going on in there? That kind of vinegar sharpness. It's not quite vinegar, but I think that's the best way I can describe it. Yeah, it's killed loads of the sweetness. Let's give it a taste with water. Yeah, a lot of that sweetness is gone. That's a shame, really. That's kind of the best part about monkey shoulder. Yeah, the taste is kind of nulled it a little bit. So all the sweetness has been kicked out of it. You've got that malty note again. It's almost the same on the taste as I said with the smell. It's a little bit of a shame. I think I prefer it without water. Yeah, I think I prefer it without water. But it's good to experiment. It's good to try these things out. I mean, I really like monkey shoulder, as I've said several times. I think it's a brilliant whiskey. It's a lovely one. It's if you're a beginner, I think it's a brilliant beginner whiskey. It's a brilliant whiskey to get people into whiskey. I know when some of my friends have kind of said that they want to try some whiskey, monkey shoulder tends to be one of the first ones I bring out for them to try, just to see what they think. And if they can get into monkey shoulder, I can kind of open the gates of pulling other stuff down and trying to get them to try it. But that's usually the first one that I do to get in there for them for it. Now, I should probably mention why they're called monkey shoulder. So the story goes that, I'll give you a bit of a history actually. So I'll give you the story, but the story is also the history. So back in the days where a lot of distilleries in Scotland had floor malting, so they would put all the barley out on floors, kind of clues in the name really, but you'd have to turn it. So you'd get guys that would have shovels and they would be shoveling it all day. They'd be shoveling all this malt and they'll be turning it all day. Now because they're doing it day in, day out, across these huge big floors with tons and tons and tons of this malted barley, they started to get slightly deformed shoulders because that's the only motion that they're doing for like 6 or 8 hours a day. And the ailment got called monkey shoulder. And that's where, that's the story behind the name. But yeah, it's kind of sad, but it's a good nod. It's a good nod to the malt shovelers. I don't think that's their real name, but we'll go with that. Anyway, let's finish it up there. Yeah, I'm a fan. Not 100% keen on it with water. I think I prefer it without water, but that's just my opinion. You guys might prefer it otherwise. Give me a like, give me a share, put some comments down below, let me know what you think, and cheers.